Steve was living in England at the time. I'm not sure what year it is, but 77, 78. And he came down to our house. I think his whole family came. And I owned a row house, a terrace house, like brownstone here. And so the Kings were sleeping in various rooms. And Steve and I stayed up late. We were drinking a ridiculous amount of beer. And
sounds like a good time.
what I remember is I had a huge glass top coffee table, and the whole top of that table was crowded with beer bottles. And so we were having another beer, and Steve said, "Hey, you know what?" And I said, "What?" And he said, "We should write a book together." About a second later, I said, "Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. That'd be fun. Let's give it a whirl." And so we agreed to do it. And then we did a very curious thing. We thought about our calendars. Steve in particular had to think about his calendars because he had 2 books to write in the next 2 years. And I had 1 book that I had to write in the next 2 years, which seemed about right. And so we agreed that 2 years from then, we would get together and start to work on the idea for our collaboration. And we both had a ton of ideas when we got to it. It was, it was a true collaboration. Black House was a totally sunny proposition, which both of us felt that everything was going really well. And we liked the results. I think it's a better book too, though in fact I'll never persuade anybody of that because people seem to love the Talisman, and they reread it over and over. There is a great deal of warmth in that book, and I think that's the warmth that existed between the collaborators.